I'm worried about the Cowboys. I'm worried about the Cowboys, and I'm not just talking about this game. Obviously, this game's a big one, and we know the Eagles are in a tough spot. The Cowboys are at home, and they're favorites in this game, and the Eagles are struggling right now. Like, this game is obviously a tough spot for the Eagles. Hopefully, they go down there and win it. But this is bigger than that. I'm worried about the Cowboys in this division. The Eagles lost on Sunday to the Niners, opened things back up. If the Eagles lose on Sunday, which I hope they don't, this thing's tied after Sunday. Like, we are now – the cushion's gone.
Yeah.
And I look at it like this, Hugh. The better defense belongs to the Cowboys. Not even close this year. The better pass rush belongs to the Cowboys. Pretty close, but the Cowboys have more sacks. The better offense this year is the Dallas Cowboys. They're averaging 32 points per game. Eagles are 27, so they're not bad, but 32 points a game is ridiculous. And their quarterback, like,
we balling.
Here's what we can't say. Last year there was a gap. Jalen Hurts compared to Dak Prescott, there was a gap. Jalen was, second in MVP. Dak had all those interceptions. This year, even if you don't want to believe Dak's playing better, there's no gap right now. Like, they're both really good quarterbacks. They're both MVP candidates. Dak's actually ahead of Jalen in the MVP race right now. So I see a team that has a better defense, a better pass rush, just as good, if not better, of a quarterback this year. They're favored on Sunday. All of a sudden, this thing could be tied. Hugh, I'm saying it to you and everybody else because we're in a trust tree. I am worried about the Cowboys and the division. Hugh, are you worried?
I understand why you're worried because that butt whooping that we took last week would give you reason to be worried because, it was pretty bad. I know everybody wants to kind of put Vaseline on it and say it wasn't as bad as it was, salve it. It was pretty bad from my perspective and talk about the defense and how they didn't do this, that, or the third, whatever. But here's a trust tree truism. They gave up the Dallas Cowboys 334 yards in the air to Geno Smith. And that is no way, shape, or form to disrespect Geno Smith in any kind of way. I think he's had a resurrection of his career and things of that nature. But when I look at these two quarterbacks, I think Jalen Hurts is the better quarterback. And I think Jalen Hurts has the better personnel. They just have to get this offense going. You know what? Everybody talks about the fact that, the offense didn't sputter in the first half. To a certain extent, they didn't, but they didn't give you 6.
Right.
They need to go out this weekend against this Dallas Cowboy team and give us 6 out the gate. As soon as they touch the rock, their first motivation should be, we're going down the field and we're going to get 6 points instead of 3 points. Like 3 points is conceding the fact that, the offense is sputtered. You need to go down the field and get 6 points when the game starts. Whenever you touch the rock first or second or whenever you touch it, you need to score a touchdown.
Because they're going to score. I mean, look, I'm expecting a shootout on Sunday, and I'm expecting this game to be a challenging one for the Eagles. 215-592-9494. Hugh, it's a good point. The Cowboys' defense, while better than the Eagles, is not great. It's not. You could score on them. We just watched the Seahawks do it last week. So I expect the Eagles to go down there and score some points. And the Eagles did beat them last time, which is obviously huge. I mean, if the Eagles had lost that first game, we'd be in trouble right now. But they got the first game, so this one, it's not like they were going to get swept. They could, at worst, it's even. At best, they could sweep the Cowboys and end this discussion. 215-592-9494. Are you worried about the Cowboys and the division? Because we have spent a lot of the last week about the number 1 seed, what the 49ers did. Could they still get the 1? Are they still the best team in the NFC? Guys, we got to get the division first. That's paramount. And then we move on to the idea of, all right, what the seeding is going to be. Because, look, the loser of this division is going to be the 5 seed. And that path through the playoffs is so difficult. You got to go on the road in the first round, albeit it'll probably be against the Falcons, and either the Cowboys or Eagles will win that game. But then you likely have to go to San Francisco in the second round of the playoffs. And then if you somehow beat them, you got a third road playoff game likely waiting around the corner. So the 5 seed versus the 1 or the 2 is massive. It is massive right now. And I know it's very easy, and I'm sure a lot of people want to do it today, to dismiss the Cowboys because they're the Cowboys. And they always find a way to choke it away. And they probably will. I say probably will, because they're playing really good football right now. Hugh, last time the Cowboys lost a home game? It was the opening week of last season.
Yeah, they've been pretty stout at home. No question about that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, like 41 points at the crib or something like that.
They've been averaging, yes, I think it's close to 40 at home. Yeah, they've been amazing.
Like that. Yeah, so it's a daunting task. But I refuse until it happens, and I don't think it's going to happen this weekend, to give the Cowboys any air. Or any of the Cowboy fans, for that matter. I refuse to do it because I've seen one time too many this fan base, well, not the fan base, but this team choke. I've seen them choke, and it's been in the playoffs. And any Dallas fan knows that pain all too well. So no, I'm not conceding anything to them because they're due for a choking, and hopefully that choking is going to come this weekend.
It would be peak Cowboys if they did it this weekend. I'm with you on that, and they will probably find a way before this season is over to blow it, whether it be a playoff game they're winning and they give it away, or a playoff game they're losing and they do something stupid at the end like they seem to do every single year. I'm not penciling the Cowboys into the Super Bowl, but I do have some worry about the division because let's be real, the Eagles' defense right now, there's an assumption out there the Eagles are just going to figure this out today, tomorrow, the next day, and be fine. There's an assumption. When you have the worst third down defense in the NFL, nothing's going to come easy. Do I expect the Eagles to win their last 3 games against the Giants and Arizona?
Yes.
I do. I mean, I do expect that.
Unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, but am I feeling great about this weekend? No. Am I feeling great about the trip to Seattle on a Monday night? Not really. Not when you have the worst third down defense in the NFL.
They're desperate. Like, Seattle's going to be desperate going into that. Whatever happens this weekend, they're going to be desperate because they're fighting for the playoffs lives right now.